Hey everybody, I want to take a moment to talk about my journey as a single mom, trying to balance life, work, and a dream. Because let's face it, let's be real, it's been a roller coaster. I have two kids, and my goal has always been to stay home with them, while somehow finding a way to replace my income. That's kind of the tricky part, right? I'm trying to figure that out. And well, I want to share the process with you all. So why Etsy? I started this whole thing by thinking about what platform would be best for me to sell on. For those of you who don't know, Etsy is a place where people sell handmade or vintage items, and it already has a huge customer base of over 96 million active buyers. That's one of the things that drew me to it. It's not about starting from scratch with your own website, trying to drive traffic from the ground up. I needed customers like now. So seems like the best place to start. I did consider using Shopify, but there's definitely a learning curve for them. I'm not saying I won't do it one day because I do actually want my own website eventually. But for now, most practical route would be Etsy for me. And yeah, there are fees, but when you consider the built-in traffic, it feels like the right decision for me actually in this point in my journey. In the beginning, I decided to keep things simple. I didn't want to deal with expensive shipping, with returns, or any of that. So I wanted something small that I could create and sell. I started making actually motivational cards and have pins, motivational pins attached to them. At first, I thought, they're cute, lightweight products that won't cost too much to ship. I actually made a few sales, three right off the bat, and it was so exciting hearing that cha-ching three times in a row. But then life happened. Distractions came in, and if I've been honest, imposter syndrome crept in too. I started second guessing myself, so I pivoted. I started thinking when that imposter syndrome crept in that I really need to sell a product that will be around $20 to $25. So I started thinking of other ideas that could give me that option. I started looking at pin back buttons and I figured, well, they're still lightweight, they're not expensive, and actually they're pretty cool. I mean, people like buttons, I think. As the shiny syndrome crept in as well, I decided to find another product, which I was wanting to do batch rails since forever, and I already have the Pitman machine and the pin buns, and I wanted to see if I could actually do pin back buns reels. And to my surprise, I actually could, and it was pretty cool. I purchased beads, reels, and other glittery supplies with it. I also had a Cricut machine tucked in somewhere and decided to open it a year later. I actually bought the Cricut machine a year before and it was just in a box there. I opened it and I actually decided to buy products for it. I wanted to do sublimation and I end up purchasing also things for sublimation. Guys, shiny syndrome, it's real and I had it so bad. I just it just got a little bit out of control. I had all this inventory and equipment, but then not enough time to actually do anything. Imposter syndrome didn't help. The shiny syndrome still was there. Here's the thing. I didn't know how to make half of this product and I still don't. I was just buying material for things I didn't know how to do. And that was one of the biggest mistake I think. But what is done is done. So I had to pivot and figure out what to do next. How can I make money with the products that I already had? How can I drive traffic to my Etsy shop? And so the idea came in with a YouTube channel. The idea was I could create a how-to videos for products that I was learning, document the process, and then list those same products on Etsy. Also promote it in my YouTube channel so I could learn, create, and potentially make money all at once. A win-win situation. This is my first rodeo with Etsy. I actually had opened several stores before and had not been successful on it because, like I said, shiny syndrome and imposter syndrome hits you really hard and it just won't let go. But I did learn a lot during that process, which brings me to today, where I am actually focusing on that to have my Etsy shop and be able to produce products and put them in there. Of course, with trial and error, I've learned a lot. And of course, I'm still learning. I have watched countless YouTube videos on it. I've learned how to price products, optimize the listing. And I also have invested in several courses to educate myself, which have helped me a lot. I've learned a lot with that. If we go all the way to the beginning, before all of this, I actually spent a whole year trying to do affiliate marketing. The idea was to promote other people's courses in our commission, but it just didn't really felt like me. Yes, I knew that if I worked hard enough, created content around it, and put in effort, I could probably succeed, and I at least tried it. But I wasn't passionate about it. I just couldn't do it. It didn't feel right for me. But I feel like since I purchased a product, a course, such a big expense that I have to make it work because, that's it. But I couldn't make myself do it. I just didn't know why. And I gave myself grace and permission to pivot, to change something. So that's when I realized that I actually love creating things. I love teaching. I love motivation and pushing people, and I like telling them, you can do this. If I can, you can. I really want to create a course. I want to be able to teach people how to build something out of nothing so they can be free from the rut, from the 9 to 5 lifestyle. But before I can teach, I need to learn and at least get close to mastering myself. Like I said, along the way I battle imposter syndrome constantly. I question myself whether I had the right skills or if I was doing the right thing the right way. But the only thing I could do is push forward. Things have been especially tough recently. My kid's father stopped paying child support. He actually used to help me with things like phone bills and car insurance, but that's no longer the case. Now I'm the sole provider for my kids, and the pressure is real. There are days when I'm sitting here or in the bathroom looking and wondering, how am I going to pay next month's rent and cover all those bills? How am I going to make sure there's food on the table? Yes, I'm grateful for the job that I have, which pays me every 2 weeks. But as soon as the paycheck hits my bank, it's gone. Straight to bills. I've been living paycheck to paycheck, and honestly, I'm done. I'm done living like that. I recently came up with my own saying, a little saying. I'm done with done. For a while, I'd actually said I was done, but deep down, I wasn't really. And actually, I guess I understand people when they say, I'm done. Because that I'm done. I truly am done. I don't have a choice but to make this work. And maybe that's kind of the reason other things didn't work, because I still had options. And now I truly don't. I truly need to make this work. I truly need to make my business going, like my YouTube channel. I want to get to the point where I can monetize. I want to get to the point where I can produce products and be able to add them to my listings on Etsy, or later on make my own website. I just need this to work. In order for me to earn back my freedom, I need to produce, to make a living doing this YouTube and creating products. No matter what mistakes I've made or what mistakes I will make, I have to keep moving forward, learning and getting better. I have no choice. I literally have no choice. I have to make this work. Well, along this journey, there comes the tools I use to make this happen, and which helped me manage a whole business from my Etsy shop all the way to this wonderful screen, which is my YouTube channel. Sometimes I don't even know how to keep track of all that. I use email automation software. I even created a quiz to help people figure it out. Their personality type, which took me a long time to make that happen. And it actually helps people, match their business style that suits them best. And the link is, in the description if you were interested in taking it. My absolutely best friend is actually ChatGPT. So I use ChatGPT for everything, and it's my best friend. I like ChatGPT. If you noticed. I actually use Asana also to organize my tasks, although I'm still working on sticking to it. It's not, it's still a work in progress. We'll see how it's going. But I do use it. It's pretty good. It's simple, and I'm able to put my ideas and anything that I need to do with YouTube. And right now, that's all I use it for. I'm actually part of various online communities, taking courses. I'm learning as much as I can. I also use tools like Canva to design my thumbnails and other product ideas I actually created through there. My previous video was actually creating stickers, which I used Canva with it. Also use Pexels, and I've also purchased my domains through GoDaddy. On top of all that, I have my business phone and actually my personal phone, which in my personal phone I use everything, and the other phone I use it for my administrative business stuff. Let's not forget vidIQ, which actually helps me a lot to optimize my video. Actually, I've learned a lot from it to make better content to YouTube videos. So, what does a typical day look like for me? Well, I wake up early, go to my job, sometimes go to church, and then come home. I spend some little time with my kids, grab something to eat, and then get to work on my business. This is my routine almost every day. Actually, right now it's about midnight, and I'm recording this vlog because, well, like I said, I'm done with that, and I have no choice, and I have to make this happen. So I'm here, recording, and then I'm gonna edit. My kids are actually homeschool, and my mom stays with them to watch them while I'm at work, and she's actually been such a great support for me, and I'm so grateful for her. Even though my kids are 10 and 13, which they're pretty independent, they still know that I'm working towards something big. And they understand that my late nights and long hours are part of achieving my goal, which is coming home, staying with them, being home with them. And they understand that at the end of the day, I know this is hard work. Being a mom, working full time, keeping my faith, and running a business at night, it's not a small feat. It's not easy. And it's not for everybody, and that's okay. But I don't have another choice. Like I said, I'm done with done. I can either stay stuck living paycheck to paycheck with sometimes negative in my account, or I can struggle now, have sleepless nights, and then reap the benefits later. I'm just choosing struggle because I'm done with done. I have no choice. I have to make this work. So I'm choosing to make this work. because I know it's worth it.